Today I was meditating on Proverbs 28:23. It says, "Whoever rebukes a man will afterward find more favor than he who flatters with his tongue." Back in college, I used to have a real problem with interrupting people. I'm not saying I'm perfect now, but back then it was a big problem. But then one day at lunch, we were having a conversation, or rather, two of my friends were having a conversation, and I interrupted one of them. He was a little bit older than me, and he just let me have it. He had had enough of me interrupting, and he angrily left the cafeteria. And then when I went up to the dorm to talk to him about it, he kind of gave it to me again. Now, I may not agree with everything that he said, but that lesson that he was trying to teach me of don't interrupt, that is just rude, stuck with me for a long time. And to this day, when I find myself interrupting people, I always want to apologize, and I try not to. It's like the passage says, "Whoever rebukes a man will afterward find more favor than he who flatters with his tongue." I don't remember the people who gave me false little compliments along the years, but I do remember when people have corrected me and I've learned from it. And this is especially important when it comes to sin and grace. People may not want to always hear that they're sinners and that their sin gets between them and God. And if something isn't done about their sin, they're going to end up separated from God for eternity. That's not a nice thing that people like to hear, but it's the truth. And that rebuke, when you give that, is going to bring you more favor in the end from that person than if you just tell them what they want to hear. I mean, imagine that. Someone walks up to you in heaven and says, "Thank you for calling sin, sin, and telling me that I better do something about my sin. And thank you for pointing me to Jesus, who was the one who took my sin away." How awesome would that be? Whoever rebukes a man will afterward find more favor than he who flatters with his tongue. Proverbs 28:23.